Hey everyone, it's Vanessa from the Streamate Network. So the question that I'm going to be addressing in this recording is, how do I deal with rude customers or customers who are harassing me whenever I am live on cam? This is a really common question that I receive from models of all different experience levels, but I think this particularly can serve beginner models. So in my professional opinion, I would always recommend that models take the high road when it comes to dealing with these types of customers. Keep in mind that the internet is a very weird place sometimes, and people tend to say outlandish things. They will more freely express their personal opinions about different types of things that maybe they wouldn't so easily have done out in the real world. So whatever people say about you, whether it is something regarding your physical attributes, whether it's their perception of you as a person, take everything that they say with a grain of salt and really just ignore it. Because at the end of the day, remember that everyone is going to have their personal opinion, and their opinion doesn't really matter to you. Also keep in mind that they don't really know you. They don't know you as an actual person, but more of they're becoming acquainted with your online persona, which is kind of part of the fantasy. However, it really does kill the whole vibe whenever someone is, saying things about you or slighting you in the very least. So if they continue to do this to the point that you consider it harassment, or to the point where it's affecting the other customers that are in your chat room, or just the general flow of your show or your mood, then there are a few things that you can do. One would be to give them a verbal warning. So tell them to stop, or you could really just ignore them and see if that even produces any results, and they just leave. But sometimes that doesn't always work, so you do have to give them a verbal warning. If they ignore the verbal warning and they continue to harass you, or they continue to linger and do what they were doing, then the next option would be to kick them out of your chat room, or you can block them from your chat room. You would need to click on their screen name in order to kick or block them from your room. However, if you don't happen to do this in time before they actually leave your chat room, and you really do want to do something about it, then the next option would be to have a pen and paper handy and jot down their screen name. Once you jot down their screen name, then you can send a formal report to Streamate Model Support at smsupport@streamatemodels.com. Within the report, be sure to include their screen name, the date and time of your interaction with this customer, as well as specific details pertaining to your encounter with this customer. So what exactly did they say to you, or what were they doing in your chat room? And also be sure to include any steps or measures that you had tried to take to get them to stop, if any. If you have the ability to also take a screenshot of the incident, say that particular part of your chat log, then do that and attach it to the email to Streamate Model Support. That should be very helpful to them. So all too often I do see models kind of getting into back and forth arguments with these types of customers. Just keep in mind that everything is live, and whatever you do whenever you are live on cam is a direct reflection of your cam model persona, and possibly an indicator of, as weird as this may sound, your actual shows. We know that that's not necessarily true, but that's how people might perceive you. If they see you being negative back to a customer, and it might not have been your fault to begin with. The customer may have just been straight rude to you, and you were simply saying your piece. And there's nothing wrong with that, but at the end of the day, arguing back with customers online is not necessarily going to resolve any of your issues. It's not going to benefit your shows in any way. It's not going to draw a larger crowd to your chat room. It's not necessarily even going to encourage customers to stick around for a paid show. So if you encounter these abusive customers or these rude customers, then ignore them, or be sure to take the necessary measures that I had previously mentioned. A verbal warning, kick or block them from your chat room, or report them directly to Streamate Model Support. And this should resolve, this should be an easier resolve for you versus trying to shoulder the responsibility of handling everything yourself. Because if you do continue to just react to every single customer that says something rude to you or is being who is harassing you, which is never okay, by the way, you're just going to drive yourself crazy. Because let's face it, there is no shortage of rude people in the world, unfortunately, let alone online. So how you choose to handle it will, yes, potentially affect your overall experience as a CAM model. So I just suggest, taking the high road, using the resources that you have been given, and don't try to just react and get into fights with every single customer that is being rude to you online. So if you have any questions or you just need moral support, feel free to message me directly at modeling@streamate.com. Again, my name is Vanessa, and I am the Director of In-House Recruiting for the Streamate Network. If you yourself are looking to become a new Streamate model, then please visit our website at streamaterecruiting.com, where you will find more information, and you will also be able to begin the new model application from there. You can also follow us on Twitter at Streamate Models, and if you have any questions, again, feel free to hit me up anytime. Thanks so much for listening, guys, and I hope you have a great day.